が心の端に灯る
Applejack smiled as the warm sun hit her face. The temperature was much warmer than it had been in the previous month, which was expected of the winter season. However, that day was probably the warmest it has been since spring has started. She sat outside beside an apple tree, listening to the sound of birds chirping and her dog Winona barking at something farther away. For an early Sunday morning, it was actually very nice. She had planned to stick inside of her house for most of the day, but as she took these few moments to herself, she realized that she shouldn't waste such a beautiful day inside. Applejack closed her eyes and began to think about what she could do. Her mind traced back to her friend, Rainbow Dash. It had been a few months since the two had hung out together, just the two of them. Maybe she could invite her over. She suddenly remembered the conversation she had with Rarity the day before. Rarity had told her that she knew what was up with Rainbow Dash, and that she had even tried to trick Rainbow Dash into admitting her secret. Applejack had thought about it for a minute. Would that work? Rarity had tried before, and Rainbow didn't seem to spill anything. However, Rarity and Applejack were completely different. Applejack knew some ways to talk to her friend, and she might be able to have a bit of fun while doing it. It was perfect. Applejack had wanted to spend the day with Rainbow anyway. And while hanging out, she could try to get Rainbow to crack. But what if she makes the same mistakes Rarity made while talking to her? What mistakes did Rarity even make? Applejack stood up and dusted off her jeans. She pulled her phone from her pocket and began dialing a number. After a few rings, the person had answered. "Hello?" the voice greeted. "Hey, well, I just needed to ask a quick question." Applejack smiled as he spoke. "Go ahead, dear. But would you mind making it brief? I think Sweetie's in my room, and who knows what she's getting into?" Rarity stated worriedly. "Yeah, of course. Remember when you told me that you tried to make Rainbow Dash admit she was in love?" Applejack asked, adding a bit of sarcasm in her tone. "Yes, what about it?" "Well, what did you say to her? Did it get anywhere?" "It's Rainbow Dash, darling. Of course it didn't get anywhere. About a week ago, I randomly bought a Valentine's Day. I told her how mine went, and how it was terrible not having a Valentine," Rarity began. Applejack rolled her eyes at Rarity's beginning. Rarity had already set herself up for failure with that topic. "Go on," Applejack pushed. "I asked how her Valentine's Day went, and she told me that she didn't care about not having a Valentine's. So I asked her if she ever had her eyes on someone. She told me to stop talking about sappy things and changed the subject." Rarity finished bitterly. Applejack's eyebrows raised at that slight bit of information. "Well, alright then. Do you think if I try something like that today, it'll work?" "It depends on how you bring it up," Rarity replied. Applejack then heard a large thud coming from the other's line. "Well, Applejack, I hope that I helped, but I really must go." "Sweetie Belle, stop at that instant! Goodbye!" Rarity quickly rushed and hung up the phone. Applejack chuckled as she began dialing Rainbow's number onto her phone next. She was going to invite her to the farm. "Hello?" A high-pitched, bubbly voice rang on the other line. Confused, Applejack checked to see if she had the right number. It was Rainbow Dash's number. Pinkie Pie? That's me! Pinkie giggled. Okay, Applejack started. Why exactly do you have RD's phone? Oh, Rebel was just at Sugar Cube Corner with me, Pinkie explained. Doesn't Sugar Cube Corner open at noon on Sunday? We were finishing up a chemistry project together. It was a teensy-weensy bit messy, but we cleaned it all up. Pinkie nearly screamed into the phone, making Applejack wince. Alright, but that doesn't explain why I have Rainbow's phone. Applejack rolled her eyes. Rainbow just left, Pinkie stated. Applejack was getting angry, going back and forth with her pink and energetic friend. Okay, but why do you have her phone? Applejack asked for what she hoped would be the final time. Oh, she left it by accident. Applejack pinched the bridge of her nose and sighed. She told me something about practicing soccer at the park. She probably won't notice that it's gone. I was actually about to go and call her to let her know that I have her phone, Pinkie explained. Applejack paused for a moment, listening to Pinkie's last sentence. Pinkie? Yes, Jackie? How are you gonna call Dash? Dialing her number and waiting for her to answer. Duh! Pinkie Pie laughed. You're so silly, Jackie. Okay, but never mind. Applejack sighed. Sometimes there was no point into trying to argue or explain things to Pinkie Pie. On the other line, Applejack heard the bell on Sugar Cube Corner's door, signaling that somebody had just walked in. Oh, hi, Dashy! Pinkie greeted after a few moments. Hey, Pinks! I think I might have left why are you on my phone? Applejack heard a familiar raspy voice near Pinkie Pie. Oh, just talking to Jackie, Pinkie replied. Did you call her? Rainbow asked. No, she called me. You mean she called me? All right, Pinkie giggled again. Is she still on the phone? Applejack asked, her voice getting closer. Hold on, let me check, Pinkie stated before yelling, Jackie, are you still there? Applejack winced and moved the phone away from her ear. Ah! Yes, Pinkie, I'm here. Applejack frowned. Pinkie confirmed to Rainbow. Rainbow laughed slightly. Applejack could imagine the smirk on her face. Okay, Pinks. Thanks for holding onto my phone, I guess. I'm gonna start heading out now. Applejack heard Rainbow say. Applejack let the girls say their goodbyes, and Rainbow's voice seemed to become much clearer than before. She heard the sound of the bell ring again, before hearing Rainbow's voice. Hey, AJ, sorry about that, she said sheepishly. Don't y'all worry none. I just wanted to ask you something, Applejack said. She was relieved to finally be able to talk to Rainbow after all this. Okay, shoot, came the reply. Are you busy today? I was wondering if you wanted to come over and hang out for a while. Applejack asked. Is that a date, AJ? Applejack could see Rainbow's evil grin as she said that. No, you dummy! Applejack yelled, flustered. After Rarity's accusation yesterday, Applejack couldn't take these kinds of jokes. She listened to Rainbow's cackling for a moment. After she seemed to calm down, Rainbow began to talk again. Yeah, sir. What time should I be over? Whenever you want. Alright. Just give me maybe 20 minutes, okay? Rainbow said. Yeah, sure. See ya then, Applejack said before hanging up. She leaned against the bark of the apple tree once again, going back to what she was doing before she had contacted her friend. As she closed her eyes, she felt calm and at ease. Autumn was her favorite season for many reasons, but spring would probably be a close second. The weather, the animals, the temperature, everything seemed perfect. Applejack must have fallen asleep, because it wasn't long before that she heard something. "This is nice, isn't it?" a voice cracked, causing Applejack to open her eyes and look beside her. There, Rainbow was sitting in the same position she was in, against a tree. She didn't look at Applejack as she spoke, and her magenta eyes seemed to be staring at the sky. She was dressed in some jeans and the striped t-shirt that would make Rarity screech in disgust, but it somehow managed to just look fine on her. Her prismatic hair laid flat below her shoulders, as always. However, it was her sudden appearance that surprised Applejack. She jumped and yelled as Rainbow looked at her friend. She expected to hear her laugh, but the sound never came. "You know you could have told me when you were here," Applejack said as she calmed down. "You looked calm," was Rainbow's only response. Applejack looked at her friend. She seemed calmed as well. Applejack knew that Rainbow liked to sit and have those moments like her, but it was rare to actually see her in a state like that. The young athlete sat down with one leg bent towards her, and her arm rested on her knee. She looked around the apple field, with her mouth forming a flat line. Her magenta eyes looked into Applejack's green ones, and she gave a small smile. Her state reminded her of her brother. She had truly changed these past few months. "So, is there anything you needed me for?" Rainbow asked coolly. "Oh, uh, no, not really. Just wanted to hang out with you for a bit. We haven't done this in a while," Applejack told her. Rainbow gave a slight smile back. "Yeah, I see what you mean," Rainbow said, standing up and stretching a little. "So, what do you want to do, Freckles?" "We can head to the barn and have some cider if you want," Applejack suggested. "Sounds cool," Rainbow agreed, a smile forming on her face. Applejack already knew what that smile meant. "I'll race you," Rainbow said. "Ash, really? What? Are you scared I might beat you?" "Of course not." "Okay then, let's go, Apples." "Go on, just don't get mad when you lose." Rainbow let out a laugh. "In your dreams, cowgirl." The girls prepared themselves as Rainbow Dash counted down. Both girls sprinted to the barn so fast, neither of them could tell who was winning. They both seemed to enter the barn at the same time. "See, what I told ya, I won," Applejack said with a smug smile. "Okay, I totally came here before you. You don't think I was another tie, do ya?" "It can't be," Rainbow groaned. "Honestly, what is it going to take for me to prove that I'm the better athlete?" Applejack rolled her eyes and smiled. She had managed to pick up a few bottles of cider and pass one to Rainbow Dash. "Shut up and take your cider," she said, and Rainbow grinned and sat down on a bale of hay. The pair chatted and laughed for a bit before Applejack decided that it was time to start a plan. "So, Rainbow," Applejack started. Rainbow looked and gave a hum in response. "I've been thinking. We're 17 years old now. Gladys has tried it. Rarity has tried it. Sunset, Twi. Heck, even Pinkie Pie has tried it," Applejack explained. "Tried what?" Rainbow questioned before taking a sip of her cider. We should try dating someone soon, Applejack said while smiling. She watched as Rainbow choked on her drink and began coughing and turning red. Say that again? Rainbow's voice cracked after she had her coughing fit. I'm just saying. None of us had ever tried dating someone before. Applejack started. Do you like anyone? Well, romantically? No, not really. You know I don't care about that kind of stuff. Rainbow brushed her off. What about this horn guy? You want to stop talking about him back in 7th grade? Hey, he doesn't count. He is the Wonder Bolts, the most iconic soccer team of all time. He was personally trained by Z Spitfire. He's amazing in every way possible, Rainbow explained. Yeah? But you don't like anyone? Applejack frowned a bit, and her tone was flat. Nope. What about you, Crapplejack? You like anyone? Not at all. So why did you bring this up? Because Rory's been bugging me about it lately. My brother doesn't seem to complain about being single. Applejack slowly brought her brother into the conversation. That's true. Speaking of your brother, how is his stud? Rainbow's eyes quickly filled with fear, and Applejack's eyes widened at the nickname. She watched Rainbow's face turn red quickly. Stud? Rainbow raised an eyebrow and tried not to smile. Rainbow struggled to create an excuse. Applejack couldn't hold it any longer. She doubled over in laughter as Rainbow glared at her. She wiped away some tears as she looked at Rainbow. You like my brother? Applejack said before laughing again. No, I don't. Rainbow stammered. Okay then, where did stud come from? It was an inside joke we had over the summer, that's it. Rainbow lied. Okay, sure. Rainbow sat back again. Maybe we could find my brother someone while we're looking. Rainbow instantly stiffed. Who said I was agreeing to us finding a date? Okay, but now I'm thinking about finding someone for Mac. Applejack couldn't wait for her reaction. Like who? Rainbow seemed interested. Maybe Fluttershy? I've seen him staring at her in the halls a couple of times, here and there. Rainbow gulped, and the grip on the bottle she was holding became tight. He has? She asked. Not wanting to create a problem, Applejack looked down and talked more. Yeah, but I don't think he likes her. Probably not a good idea to put two quiet people together anyways. I see what you mean. Rainbow looked down as well. He wanted to survive being in a relationship with Pinky. I don't see him in Rarity lasting too long either. Applejack went down the list of her friends. Twilight and Mac could be a good match. Applejack pretended to act as if she had a good idea. Wait, why? Rainbow sat up again. Well, I don't see any problems that would happen between the two. Rainbow looked as if she were about to object, but then closed her mouth. I don't either, Rainbow said as she sat back, frowning. Applejack sat next to Rainbow. You're always talking about yourself. Always daring people to do things. Must I go on? Applejack drawled. She knows she could be blunt with Rainbow. Well, I don't think I'd be annoying enough to not get a boyfriend, Rainbow grumbled. I didn't say that, Sugar Cube. I just can't imagine you and my brother together, that's all. Applejack softened. Well, maybe even the impossible can't work out. But of course, you wouldn't know anything, Rainbow snapped, and immediately regretted it. Her hard gaze softened, and her expression turned into one of guilt. Sorry, I didn't mean to get mad at you, she said while looking away. That's okay, Applejack replied. Why'd you bring this up anyway? Rarity just asked me the exact same thing not that long ago. Rainbow started up again. Applejack didn't know what to say. She didn't expect Rainbow to get suspicious. She looked as Rainbow stared at her. She moved her colorful bangs out of her face and waited for an answer. Well, Rare brought it up to me yesterday. And unlike you, it got me thinking is all. Applejack lied. Applejack, Rainbow started. Applejack was already dreading what she'd say next as Rainbow used her full name. Rainbow was always calling her by her many nicknames. Only used her full one when she was serious. Applejack, did you even hear what I said? Rainbow snapped her fingers in front of Applejack's face. Oh, no, sorry, Applejack said, feeling her face heat up in embarrassment. I told you were a bad liar, and you can just tell me what's up. Rainbow rolled her eyes. Applejack sighed. Okay, fine. You know how we've all been noticing how you've been acting different this year? Rainbow groaned. You're still on this? Wait, listen. I've been thinking lately that it's possible you could be in love. Applejack, don't you lie to me. You don't have to tell me who it is. Just tell me if I'm wrong or not. Yes, Rainbow stated, her eyes closed as she gave her answer as quick as possible. Applejack groaned inside. Rainbow, I just told you not to lie. Wait, did you say yes? Yep. Rainbow stood up and put her hands in her pocket. Wow. Okay then. Like I told you, you don't have to tell me who. Your brother. Rainbow winced. What? Applejack was stunned. Did Rainbow just admit it? Yeah, I like your brother. Please don't kill me. I'm not gonna kill ya, but can you tell me why? Applejack was still shocked at how easy it was to get the answer she had been waiting for months now. Well, part of the answer. Applejack knew that the two were in a relationship, and Rainbow didn't say anything close to that yet. Rainbow sat down again and started playing with her fingers. Her face became red again. I mean, over the summer, I started seeing the real Big Mac, I guess. He's funny, sweet, caring. He listens to me more. It takes me a while to trust someone. And you of all people should know. But he just made me feel as if I could trust him with anything since day one. It started out with us joking around here and there. But when we started having actual real conversations, and I found myself talking to him for like 30 minutes straight. Rainbow smiled as she spoke, her eyes shimmering. Then, there was just one day I was just out of it. Ended up venting to him about everything. How crappy I felt. Then I went on about my insecurities and all that mushy crap. And you know what he told me? Applejack stared at Rainbow. What did he tell you? He cut me off and told me that there was nothing wrong with me. That everyone had flaws and that it was natural. He is the first person I I've been able to trust in years. AJ, your brother makes me so happy. I know I sound sappy and weird, but it's the truth. Rebel finished, and there was visible tears welling up in her eyes. She groaned and aggressively wiped at her eyes. Mm, uh, uh, sorry, she hissed and cursed at herself. No, don't be, Applejack said, smiling a little. Rainbow was truly in love with her brother, and there didn't seem to be any problem with it. Well, why don't you ask him out? Applejack asked. You okay with it? Well, Rainbow looked down in disappointment. It'd be weird, but I think I'd be okay with it. As long as you don't go breaking his heart or anything like that. I can tell he likes it too, Dash. And as long as y'all are happy, I'm happy. Applejack smiled at her. You know how long I've been put off trying to tell you that? Rainbow smirked. Yeah, I know. But you listened to me back at the beginning. I told her that I'm not gonna get rid of you that easy. I love you, Dash. I can't be mad at you because you found love. You can't choose who you fall in love with. I don't care who the person is. As long as they aren't bad, of course. But I will never hate you because you and my brother are an item. You got that? Applejack placed her hand on Rainbow's shoulder. Rainbow's bottom lip quivered a bit. Thanks, doofus, she said, similar to what they had months before. Applejack pulled Rainbow in for a side hug and smiled back. Anytime, you big dummy. Sure. Applejack still had to get Rainbow to admit that the two were dating, but she had gone to Rainbow to admit that there was something going on. She heard Rainbow sniff and was about to say something before she heard the barn door creak open. Big Macintosh walked in and saw the girls hugging. His eyes laid on Rainbow's damp eyes and immediately became concerned, but tried to hide it. Everything alright? He asked casually, still keeping his eyes on Rainbow Dash. Yeah, everything is fine, Mac, Applejack answered. Are you sure, Miss Dash? Big Mac asked. Yeah, Mac. Rainbow smiled at Big Macintosh and received a smile in return. Okay then, just checking in, Big Macintosh said before he left.